What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We're in North Carolina. I took a little bit of a break from YouTube, uploading and stuff like that. I didn't really announce that. It was so hectic with the move from Virginia those last few weeks that I got down here and I wanted to kind of take it easy, unload everything, get everything situated, get it all squared away before I jumped right back into it. And so we're almost there here in the office. I'm setting up some different sets and some things in here, which should be pretty cool. We don't have any lights yet because I destroyed those in the move, so there's some shadowing and stuff going on, but we'll get that squared away soon enough. But yeah, back to Virginia in this video and in the next couple recorded videos. We're going to be doing the e-brake and the axles and all that stuff in this one. I wanted to do the e-brake thing kind of by itself and do like a step-by-step video with you guys, but there were some issues with the filming, with the footage afterwards. I sliced my hand pretty good in the video, and so yeah, it was a mess. And so I'm gonna do some like little highlights of that portion of the video, and then we'll move into the actual thing here in this video as well to kind of progress things forward. So yeah, if you have any questions whatsoever regarding the e-brake install and all that stuff, drop those down below. I'll be glad to help much as I can as always. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. We're back. Let's do this. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put the shoe on. I got it attached to the cable right here. We ran these little pins through these little holes on the side here. Now, I know mine looks a little empty right now because they're doing the restoration, but you can remove the hub and do this. So I would recommend taking off that hub. It'll make it a lot easier. Alright, so I went ahead and put this guy on there. There's a spring that goes from here to here, but I have it sitting in there right now. These are brand new pads, so I have this thing closed up as far as it'll go, because that way I can get the rotor on there. I'm not sure of the space and tolerance and all that jazz, but if we need to expand it out, we can with this little wheel right here. But right now, it's as tight as it'll go, and then now we can do the springs up top and the spring right here, and we're good to go. Alright, ladies and gents, first thing I would recommend when doing this is to not get a Harbor Freight spring puller, because it is so small and flimsy that it just bends and it's very hard to use. And I just sliced my finger. I'm dripping blood everywhere. I just sliced my hand pretty good with the pick end, the really sharp end there. So I'm gonna go clean this up and we will see what else we can get done here. Okay, it's the next day. This thing, we're all wrapped up. It bled for like over an hour. Just couldn't get it stopped. But I should have pressed record on the camera, but I was like, let me just try this real quick and I'll show it after I'm done with it. And sure enough, I'm using this thing to pull this spring. I knew this thing was kind of dinky, but I thought it would work. But these brand new springs are incredibly hard to pull. So this thing, of course, as you can see, it kind of bent, and that caused the spring to fly off, and this pick kind of like stabbed into my hand and then drug itself across the top of my thumb and my hand. And so that was fun, but I went ahead and picked up, hang on here, we got a brand new one, super sturdy, much stronger than the other one I had there, so this should be no issue now. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these springs on there, see how easy this goes, and go from there. And boom, just like that, it's on there. I would recommend starting at the top, like putting these springs around this thing and then bending it down. That seemed to work pretty easily. This spring puller definitely helped out a lot, but doing it from the top down really worked out. I took this piece back off, that way I could like kind of rotate it and like get it how I needed it to be. This spring down here is pretty easy. There's not a lot of tension on that, so that one wasn't all that bad. So yeah, let's hop to the other side to get that one on and call this done. Oh man, okay, we got that on there. Hopefully you guys could see what all was going on there, but yeah, got it on there. Everything seems to be in place, so we're gonna go from here, and I'm gonna put in the, there's some sensors that go back here for the ABS sensors and all that in the rear. We gotta hook those up and get that done, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right, we got two brand new ABS sensors. Let's get into the car, we'll plug those in, and then they go into the back of the knuckle right there, and we should be good to go with that. Okay, we got those ABS sensors plugged in there. They just go right about there on the hub or the knuckle, and yeah, we plugged it in back by the tank, all good to go. I'll have to work on getting those wires like held together and all that stuff later on, but right now we just need to get the car done, so they're just kind of hanging there, but yeah. All right, we got some brand new rear hubs. We got the Fortunato coilovers already that we had before. We got brand new Insane Shafts rear axles for the car. Pretty excited about that. And yeah, I think we'll get started with this. I think we'll do the axles first, get those in there, and then we'll do the hubs next, and hopefully we can get the suspension on as well. But yeah, let's get these things out there and get them on the car. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and mount the left-hand side axle first, and then we will, it goes right through there. That little red dot is where it will input. Gotta pull that boot out, and then we'll put the hub in there and all that good stuff, and then we probably can mount the suspension as well at the same time while we're over here. So let's get into the car and throw this axle on. I had these videos planned much differently for the end of this project, but with the move and everything we're doing, it really threw a wrench into everything, no pun intended, and with the delays and stuff we had, it's really got us down to crunch time now, so things might seem a little bit spastic here and there, but we're still getting it done and we're doing the best we can, so. All right, so I had to drop this trailing arm, control arm, whatever you want to call it here, to get this out of the way. I did not think about that whatsoever in doing this, so now we should be able to get the axle in there. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so I stopped recording and then forgot to hit record again, but we got the axle in there. I had to drop this arm here, and we had to finagle it around a little bit, kind of hold it up in the air, and a little tappy tap with the rubber mallet on the end here, and it knocked it right into place. So yeah, had to wrestle a couple times there with the C-clip that's on the axle that goes into the differential part, but we got it. I'll show you more on the other side once we do that one, but for now, let's get the hub and we'll install the brand new hub on here and see how it looks. All right, we got the brand new hub out of the bag. We got brand new hardware. I didn't bother Cerakoting those like I did all the other ones. They got brand new. Here's the, if you guys need the hub bolt, there's the part number for that. But we got those all lubed up with some anti-seize, so throw it on there and get this hub on here. Now that we're all good here, I'm gonna go ahead. I decided I was gonna wait till another video, but I need to mount the suspension here because this is all like pretty heavy now, and so it's kind of like weighing on the arms a little bit. And so I'm gonna go ahead and mount the suspension. We got our Fortunato 500 series coilovers here. We're gonna go ahead and pop those in real quick, and we'll get this stuff bolted back up here with this arm and everything. So it should be good to go on this side, really. Okay, so finally got it. Everything's on. Show you, boom, suspension, all that jazz. I could not, for absolutely nothing, get that trailing arm, control arm, whatever you want to call it, that the suspension bolts to, the coilover bolts to line up properly. I could get one side of the bolt through, but I could not get it to line up no matter what I done on the other side. It was super close, but I just couldn't get it. And I wrestled with this thing for almost an hour, like 30 or 40 minutes, trying to get it to go in there. But I eventually kind of gave up and said, there's got to be something going on here. And so I went back through my images that I took before I started all this, and everything was together and all that. And I started looking at the images really closely. And let me show you what I figured out that made this go on silky smooth. It was, I never noticed it before, and I never would have noticed it if I wouldn't have been looking at it this closely now, because putting on these arms, they were kind of tight, but I just assumed it was because of the bushings, and they're new, and everything's new, and whatever, and it's going to be like kind of like a snug fit, but let me show you. All right, so I don't know if your Evo will be the same, but this is my first time doing anything like this, so I did not know about this, but I looked in my reference images, and the left control arm, trailing arm, whatever, the left arm had this little dot right here. that little dot right there is on the left-hand side of the car, and I had it on the other side. I looked at the images and I noticed like the arc kind of this thing, but it looked kind of similar. So I'm like, okay, maybe there isn't that much of a difference on these things. But I took it off from the other side and switched it around, and I put the one with the dot on this side, and everything just lined up, went in super smooth. Nothing like got caught, nothing was like in a bind, nothing was like sliding on its way in up in here, nothing. It just went on super nice. So yeah, that little dot right there has opened my eyes to what I was doing wrong, and so now we can move on to the other side and hopefully get that thing in there, and it shouldn't take that long because it's on the proper side. So yeah. But first, before we go over there on the other side, the axle nut here, got something to show you guys. We got brand new nut and washer that came with the axles, but why would you put these on when you have the option of going titanium? I am super excited to see these on here. I was gonna wait till the other side was done and put them on at the same time, but that was such a pain in the ass that I think I deserve this, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it now. Ooh, that makes it right there. Look at that. That's worth all the hassle. All right, hell yeah. We got all that on there. Hub, axle, awesome titanium castle nut. We are moving right along. I am super stoked with how this turned out. The green and the bronze, I didn't even think about that coming together at the end, but man, it looks so good together with all the black and stuff too. Man, I'm super happy with this right now. Very, very pleased. Let me turn it down a little bit. We got some heck of a brightness there. There we go. Yeah, man, so good. All right, y'all, on that note, I'm gonna end this one off here. We got a lot done tonight. We got, like I said, we got 2 days left here at the house, so it's a good thing we got everything in there. We had some issues, but we got them solved relatively quick, so I'm happy with that. Tomorrow, we got to do brake rotors, brake calipers, brake lines, and all that stuff, and then we got to top off, well, put oil in the diff, transfer case, all that stuff, and then we're good to go. We should be able to get it on the trailer and out of here. So yeah, 2 days left. Thanks for watching. As always, I do appreciate it very much. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the process, the progress. If you guys have any comments or questions, drop those down there as well. Be glad to help out much as I can, chat, whatever. And yeah, don't forget to do all the other YouTube things. You guys know how it goes here. I'll see you next time. Bye.